Hey guys, my name is Sandy and I am a licensed realtor here in Central Florida. I'm with Bex Realty. Today I'd like to do a video on what to do when first buying a home. If you have any questions on the video, I will have information down on the bottom of the video with my email address, my website, that type of thing. And you could always call or text me at 407-791-4713. And that number will also be below. But today I want to do a video on what to do first when buying a home. So the home buying processes can be very complicated for a first-time home buyer. And we as realtors, we meet so many different people with so many different questions and what to buy. And if the house is for $200,000, how do I know I'm really getting $200,000 worth of home? And what do I have to compare it to? How do I do the valuing? How do they even value a home? Like, how does that work, right? So a lot of times with my clients, I like to tell them, like based upon the neighborhood that they're in and the price range they're in, if they're new construction homes that is in that area that is fitting that price range, I like to go out with them and take them to a new construction site just to see what is being built, what goes into building a home, and how a home kind of an understand of how a home is valued, right? Because if you buy a clothing or if you're buying a shoes or if you're buying appliances, well, the shoes is this price because it's made of snake leather or whatever, or the outfit is this expensive because it's Egyptian cotton, and the sheet is this expensive because of the material that it's built with. But in buying a home, how do you characterize that? How do you know, well, you know, how do I know what's in the house? Like, well, what am I paying for exactly? So I like to take my clients and customers out to a new construction site so they could see a brand new house, what that would look like. So if I'm buying a house for say $350,000, I take them on a site that has homes priced in that price range and higher, so they could see what the house looks like brand new. If we're able to walk one that's in process of being built but it's not completely finished, then I also take them through that for them to see the framework and what goes into building a home and why one would be priced at 300 and one at 350, even though they're in the same subdivisions. I also like to show them homes. I like to compare the model home to one that's not staged, right? Because we all know the model homes have all the different bells and whistles in them, and the model home is like the one you really want, right? So I like to compare that with one that is built but doesn't have all the bells and whistles, doesn't have any furniture in it, is like, plain Jane, comparing to the model home. And what's the difference in price between the model home and the plain Jane home, right? I think new construction is a great way of comparing value when buying a home. So if you're buying a home and it's your first time or even your second, third, or fourth home, based upon your price range and based upon the area, what I would do is I'd go in the neighborhood I want to live in and I would see if there's a new construction home in that area. Now, how do you know? Because, the area could be very big. Well, that's where a realtor would come in. So you want to get a realtor that knows the area very well, or that has a lot of connection with different builders, that's able to find out if there's any new construction available in the area. If there is new construction available in the area, then you would want to go on the new construction site just to see what is being offered there, right? And in the plain Jane home versus the model home, what are the differences in upgrades? For instance, nowadays builders are throwing in a lot of different upgrades. Like most builders now are giving most of the appliances. Most builders are giving art countertops, meaning granite or Korean or something like that. So if I wanted to upgrade to all recessed lights, if I wanted to do 42-inch cabinets as opposed to 30-inch, that is what is being sold with the property, how do I do that? What's the value there? So let's say, for instance, I wanted to get a house, I want a pool, I want 42-inch cabinets, and I have all these things that I want in that house, right? And let's say that particular house is going to cost me $350,000 on the resale market. The resale market meaning that the house is already built and somebody's already lived there, and now they're selling it, right? So for $350,000. And let's also say that there's also new construction in the area for the same price range of $350,000. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go to the new construction site first and see what is it I'm getting for the same price of $350,000. Now, mind you, I know new construction, it's brand new, right? So everything in the house is new, correct? Right? So we're gonna check that out. Then we're gonna go over here to the resale, and we're gonna want to know a few things from the seller, right? The home seller. So we're gonna want to know what's the age of the roof, what's the age of the HVAC, the AC system. Is there any upgrades done to the home? And based upon the condition the home is in, then you're gonna compare that to the new construction home. Now, it could be that even though the resale home only had maybe they had renovation done maybe 5 years ago, it could be that they have a pool, and the new construction home doesn't have a pool, and it's the same price point. And I'm like, well, do I want to pay to have a pool in the new construction home, or do I want to buy this home which already have a pool? Even though I have to do a few updates to it, it won't be as much money as the price of that pool, right? So those are some comparisons. Or it could be that I don't want a pool, right? So I really don't care about a pool over here. I rather buy brand new, so that I know that everything is new with me going into the home, right? So it depends upon what your criteria is, what you're looking for, what the new construction offers versus the resale. However, it does give you some kind of intake of value, right? Because the best thing to compare any home to would be a brand new home that is similar to the home that you want to purchase in the same neighborhood, offering the same amenities, meaning the same school district, same access to the same highway. Is it really that far from each other? Does it give me the same access to the highway for me to get to work, right? Is it going to give my kids the same school district that I really want to be in? Okay. Now, what may differ is maybe the home, especially here in Florida, we have a lot of communities, and these communities have, like a clubhouse or a community pool. Some of them have gated communities, that kind of a thing. Is that important to you? Is a new construction home in a gated community and the resale not, or vice versa? So one of the first things that I would advise in buying a home is figure out your price range, and once you do, find out if there's a new construction home in the area with that price point, and go look at those first. Then you start looking at resale, and then you'll be able to resale, of course, meaning that the home is already lived in and someone is selling it. And then you'll be able to conclude with your checklist of what you must have in a home. Then you'll be able to conclude the best value for you. Thank you so much for listening. Again, if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to text or call me 407-791-4713, or all my information is down below in the comment section. All right. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate it.